Hey y'all, this is Jimmy Goodwin with TWFG Insurance. And today I want to talk about hurricanes. So the experts are talking that 2022 is going to be another active hurricane season. We always hope for the best, but we always need to plan for the worst. And so in planning for this year's hurricane season, there are really 5 things that you need to do. And the first one is you need to look at what risk are you at. If you are closer to the beach, closer to the ocean, you're probably at a greater risk for being hit by a hurricane than if you are much further inland. So you need to look at your individual risk. Look at the historic patterns of tropical storms. Look at where you sit, what your flood risks are, what your wind risks are, and then everything should flow from that. The second thing is you need to have a plan. If your house sits right on the ocean, you need a plan to be able to get away to a safe location, so that way you are able to come back later. If you live further inland, you may have to plan on making sure that your patio furniture is secure, or maybe that your drain lines are not clogged, or things like that. You also need to have a kit. Everybody needs to have a kit, because bad weather can hit anywhere and you could be without power. In that kit, you need to have non-perishable food products. You need to have water. You need to have your medicines. You need to have maybe some emergency power sources for flashlights. Maybe you need to have a generator. You need to have a first aid kit. And you need to keep your important documents in a place so that way you can grab and go if it becomes very dangerous in your house. You also need to have a weather radio, because you're going to need to know when you need to leave and when you're able to come back. You also need to take steps in making your home adjustments, minimizing your possible damages. Again, that may entail, if you're close to the beach, it may entail boarding up your windows. It may mean protecting your doors by installing storm shutters. Lastly, in planning for bad weather, you need to make sure that your homeowner's insurance is going to cover you. Now, the past few years have seen record inflation, and the cost to build your home could be much more than the coverage that you have. And your insurance does not protect you against willful ignorance. If you know that your home is possibly underinsured and you don't take proactive steps to make sure you bring that insurance up, when you have a loss, the insurance company is not responsible for making sure that you have done that, and they are only going to pay the coverage that is on the insurance policy. So it is very important that you touch base with your insurance agent to make sure that you have the proper coverages. Now, while it's highly unlikely that everybody who is hearing this message is going to be affected by bad weather, it is very likely that somebody hearing this message is going to be affected by bad weather. So take the steps that need to be taken to protect you and your family before that bad weather strikes.